So the most controversial player on the Indiana Fever is this woman right here. Because I think anyone who's watching this team play and is watching games understands, like, Christy Wallace isn't that good a player. They understand Erica Wheeler probably shouldn't be playing. But there is no middle ground when it comes to Kelsey Mitchell. You've got the Caitlin Clark haters saying that she's the best player on the team and they should actually run through her, and Caitlin Clark's stunting the growth or stunting Kelsey Mitchell, which is a wild thing to say. And then there is the Caitlin Clark fans that don't actually give one damn about the Fever, that are like, well, this Kelsey Mitchell is the worst player ever. She can't catch the ball and she's intentionally trying to sabotage Caitlin Clark. Neither of them are true, and they don't win the game today if not for her. Before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Look, we're not going to hit it, but if we could somehow get close to 15k by the end of today, that would be insane. We're trying to hit it by the end of we were trying to hit 10k by the end of the month. We're on track to maybe hit 15k, which is nuts. But anyway, so let's talk right now a little bit about Kelsey Mitchell. So Kelsey Mitchell today, if you guys look at the box score, you might think, okay, yeah, she just had a ridiculously good game. So there's no way of really checking. So let's just look even at all periods. First half. The first half for Kelsey Mitchell, 5 minutes, 0 of 3, minus 11 and 0 points. She had 0 points. Had 0 points. Was 0 of 11 from the field. Not 0 of 11. Was minus 11 and was 0 of 3 from the field. 0 points. 0. 2 rebounds, no assists in 5 minutes. She got benched and not put back in the game. She did not get put back in the game in the first half. And again, they were down 9 points. In the second half, she played the whole thing. No, she played 15 minutes. 5 of 8, 3 of 5 from 3, 16 points. She had 16 in the second half, 3 of 3 from the free throw line as well, and plus 22. Aaliyah Boston was plus 28 in the second half. And again, look, a great second half. A great second half for the team. Like, Aaliyah Boston was brilliant. And the funny thing is that Temi Fagbenle minus 11 in the second half, and I actually thought she made some really good plays down the stretch. So you can never use plus minuses in your entirety. But Kelsey Mitchell she did win in that game. She hit some of the biggest shots in that game. And Aaliyah Boston hitting that corner 3 was unbelievable. But 3 of 5 from 3, she hit some huge ones. And that's what you need from her, because she is a flat-out scorer. And the funny thing is that if you guys know anything, if you guys have played the sport of basketball, you know what these type of players are like. You know what these spark plug gunners are like, that are just out there to get theirs. She's in a contract year. Everyone's like, oh, she's just trying to get hers. She doesn't care about the team. Look, Kelsey Mitchell has always just gone out to get hers. It doesn't matter who's on her team. That is why she was drafted. That is what she has done her entire basketball life, and she's not going to adjust and play like a completely different player. She's not going to play like a completely different player after being in the WNBA for 6 years. Like, what age is Kelsey Mitchell? She's older than me, isn't she? Like, so Kelsey Mitchell is born on November the 12th, 1995. Yes, so she's about to turn 29. She's pushing 30. She's older than me. She's not going to change her game right now. She's going to keep doing what she does. And it was so important for that win today, because a player with her type of confidence, pulling up in people's faces and one to put them one ahead. They go down 1 the next play. She goes and then shoots a pull-up. Makes it. Hits 2 threes during the comeback. Is she a black hole? Sure. Does she ever pass to anybody? No. Is she trying to sabotage Caitlin Clark? Of course she's not. She's playing her game, which is get as many points. Every time I touch it, I'm going to shoot. She can be frustrating. She can be so frustrating to watch. And sometimes she'll just hit mad stuff. But that's what you get. Like, in the NBA, people praise the J.R. Smiths of the world for doing this. People praise Michael, the offense stops here, Porter Jr. So, she's somebody that can win. She is the best isolation scorer on this team. And she's one of the better isolation scorers in the league. I don't know how important she's going to be for the long-term future of this team. Like, I don't know if she's somebody that long-term is going to suit the style of play that Caitlin Clark really needs to succeed. I don't. And only time will tell on something like that. Like, only time will tell how important she's going to be long-term. I don't know if they re-sign her. I wouldn't make it a priority to re-sign her. Like, I wouldn't make it an absolute priority if you are the the Indiana Fever re-signing Kelsey Mitchell. Because you can offer, like, look, the Fever can offer her more money than anywhere else. I would try sign someone else first. And, like, look, if you can't get a Dejanay Carrington on that wing position, cool. Go and re-sign Kelsey Mitchell because you know she's going to get you buckets. She's someone that you know is going to get buckets. And, look, you got to give credit where credit's due. Down the stretch tonight, now even the biggest Kelsey Mitchell hater cannot question who hit the bigger shots today, who hit the biggest shots. And over the course of the game, I think the best player on the Fever team by quite a bit is Caitlin Clark, because I just think the way she controls the game, she can make it, like, regardless of what she does herself shooting wise, I think she just, not that she makes everyone around her better, because there's nobody in basketball that can make everyone around them better. I hate that phrase, because in reality, what players can do is make the game easier for people. They can get them easier looks. They can find them in positions where they're wide open. They can make it so that the defense can't put pressure on them. On the defensive end, sometimes teams can make your life easier because it allows you to overplay if they're a shot blocker. If they're just able to clamp a guard, it means you can deny if you know they're not getting by. So I don't like that makes everybody better. But Caitlin Clark makes everyone's life easier around her. Whereas Kelsey Mitchell she's just Kelsey Mitchell. She's Kelsey Mitchell. Like, I watched the first half and I did not know what was going on with her only playing 5 minutes, but she was terrible. She was absolutely terrible. It was the Storm game, I think, where she had one of the worst half. I think it was the first half of the Storm game, but she was so bad against the Storm. She was so bad. Against the Sky, she was garbage and it just nearly won them the game during a run. And today, she was garbage and it just lit them up in the fourth quarter. That's what you're going to get with Kelsey Mitchell. You might get a 3-minute spell where she scores 12 points and then she does nothing the rest of the game. But that is what you're getting with her. You know what you're getting with her, and she can win you a game. And the good thing is that they're not running through her. You don't ever run through a gunner. I'm sorry, you don't run through a gunner, because if she can, you don't want a player that can win you a game and lose you a game being your first option. But she was a big reason today. She can give you 20 in nearly any game. She can do it on, at times, ridiculous efficiency, and she's a tough player to stop when she's on form. She really is a tough player to stop. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens next year, because I think that they can get upgrades. Because, again, she's going to sign a 1-year deal anyway. Everyone's only signing 1-year deals. So I think unless you can get a Carrington, I think you probably do sign her to a 1-year deal. And then in 2026, I'm pretty sure like 90% of the league that aren't under rookie deals are going to be free agents in 2026, because the salary cap is going to double. And the fact that if you're the Fever, if you can get off Katie Lou, you're going into 2026, by the way, with Boston on a rookie deal, Clark on a rookie deal, Berger, if she's still there, on a rookie deal, Lexi Hull probably on close to a minimum, and then whatever else you can find. You're going to have 3 max contract slots, at least, during the boom of 2026, to add to Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, if they're smart about things. And maybe keeping Kelsey Mitchell for 1 more year is going to be perfect. But let's forget about that. We're going to talk about it later on in the year quite a lot, because I think she is someone that we could see leaving. We definitely see Erica Wheeler leaving, unless she's playing on the near minimum next year. But Kelsey Mitchell is someone that is going to command a max somewhere, and it's going to be really interesting to see. But either way, she was one of the best players on the court tonight, especially in the second half. To be fair, she was garbage in the first half, but one of the best players in the court in the second half.